Will the members please come in and take their seats? The House will come to order.
The Indiana House of Representatives. It's where your elected lawmaker represents you one vote at a time. At least that's how it's supposed to work.
The question is on the passage of the bill.
But during most votes, you'll see some lawmakers are not in their seats. In some cases, they're not even in the room. And yet, up on that tally board, well, it appears they're still voting anyway. How is that possible? Well, it's pretty simple, really. You see, if your representative isn't around to cast a vote, chances are someone else will do it instead, like Representative Clyde Kersey. Watch closely, and you'll see Representative Kersey vote for himself and then for Representative Terry Gooden. Not just once. We saw him do it over and over, day after day. And he's not the only one doing it. We watched Representative Delaney vote for Representative Grubb, Representative Barnes for Representative Rican, and Representative Nizgoski for Representative Blanton. We saw Messmer do it for Crouch, Harrell do it for Austin, Yard for Walorski, Koch for Boer, Robertson for Avery, Avery for Robertson. You get the idea. It's double voting. It's quite common, and it's against the rules. These rules, the official rules of the Indiana House of Representatives. It says right in here in Section 50, no member shall vote for another member, period. So why is a room full of people who get to make up the rules not following their own? Representative Kersey said this has been happening since long before he became a state representative 12 years ago. This chairman of the House Ethics Committee did not want to talk about it on camera. Instead, he suggested we talk to another veteran lawmaker, House Speaker Pat Bauer. Mr. Speaker, this is happening under your watch. Why is it happening?
They get up and go to the bathroom, they tell somebody to vote for them. They're out in the hallway, they tell somebody to vote for them. Sitting sometimes too long can give you blood clots in your legs, so you can't tell them not to really stretch a little bit or tell them not to go to the bathroom.
Well, I think that's really a poor excuse.
Julia Vaughan is director of the government watchdog group Common Cause, and she finds this video very disturbing.
Why aren't these people in their seats? If you're not in the room, then you're probably not fully engaged in the debate.
When the machine is open, vote.
Most of the time, those who do miss the debate try to return to their seat in time to cast their own vote. For this bill, that's what Representative Gooden did. So does Representative Robertson. Representatives Bischoff and Murphy, they get back to press their buttons. Then Representative Saunders and Rican do the same. Representative Eberhardt, there he is. He gets to cast his vote, and so does Representative Summers. But sometimes lawmakers who want to vote simply can't do it before someone else votes for them. Representative Vernon Smith is about to cast a vote for Representative Sheila Klinker, even though she's rushing in to vote for herself. We saw that happen several times. Klinker told me she doesn't give anyone permission to vote for her, and she reminds fellow lawmakers not to cast a vote on her behalf. But we should point out, while we saw Representative Smith vote for Klinker, we also noticed Representative Klinker vote for Smith. Neither one of them wanted to talk on camera.
They're there to make decisions and vote for themselves. Leadership should step up and say this practice has got to stop.
We need to be a little bit more strict about the rules.
Minority Leader Brian Bosma says the double voting patterns we observed do need to be addressed by leaders of both parties.
It is a problem. Is it something that needs to be emphasized? There's no doubt about that. And there are a few folks here that appear to not be able to stay in their seats on a continuing basis.
But he says lawmakers leaving their seats is a necessity. And he thinks Speaker Bauer does not give those members long enough to cast their votes.
There needs to be enough time for a person to return to their seat. Under the current leadership, that time frame has been very short.
The Speaker disagrees.
They should be in their seats 99% of the time, and it should be an aberration that they're out in the hallway or talking to a constituent. They need to be, the people's business needs to be done, and they need to be there for it.
There's a lot to disagree about inside this chamber. But when it comes to voting for someone who's not in the room, well, that's one issue where both parties do agree.
That's not right.
It should not happen. They're not supposed to do it. That's the bottom line. Everybody voted? Tally the roll.
Some lawmakers told me they didn't realize double voting is against the rules, and they insist it won't happen again. Others say they see nothing wrong with it, although they say they will stop if the rules are enforced. The House Speaker says he will start enforcing the rules. Representative Bauer told me he's going to start paying more attention to double voting and may even discipline lawmakers who cast multiple votes. In case you're wondering, in the Indiana Senate, we didn't see any double voting there at all. I'm Bob Siegel, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.